Hey guys, it's Beccadex and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a makeup tutorial on this look that I'm wearing. I have done this look 2 times before this and I have been wanting to do this makeup tutorial for the longest time. So if you are interested in seeing how I created this, then just keep watching. Okay, so you want to start off by prepping your skin. I'm using a vitamin C serum and a tone correcting primer. I have a lot of redness in my skin from where I have acne, so I really like to use color correcting before I do my foundation, which is what I'm doing here. And here I am just tapping it out to blend it. I don't like to use the beauty blender for this with tone correcting products because it seems to transfer with my foundation. And here I'm applying my foundation with a brush. I don't typically do this. I wanted to try out this brush because I just got it. And I don't know if I did something wrong or what. I just didn't really like the finish that it left and had to go in with the beauty blender afterwards anyways. And here I am going in with my beauty blender to finish off the foundation. Next I'm going into concealer, and I accidentally got way too much on my fingers and had to blend it out really well. Next I will begin the baking stage by applying a translucent powder underneath my eyes to set my concealer. I edited out the actual waiting time and went straight into powdering my face with that same translucent powder. Now this is the part of the makeup look that starts to get a little weird looking, but please bear with me until the end. I am taking the Jumbo Eye Pencil from NYX in Milk and creating a mask shape around my eyes that will create a really nice base for all of the pigmented shadows to stick to and be super bright. Now that I have everything covered, I'm going to start blending this out with my finger to soften it up and make it have more coverage. And now onto the color phase. I am using a combination of a lot of different eyeshadows that I have. Some come from NYX, some come from a generic palette, some are blushes. You can really do whatever you want here, and there's no specific formula that you have to adhere to, and you can use whatever colors that you want. That is one of my favorite parts of this look, that you can do it a different way every time, and it will still look amazing. As I am applying the colors, I am gently blending them into each other to create really nice gradient tones between the different shades. And here I am using a baked blush on a fluffy brush to help blend and highlight all of the colors together. And here I am going back in to recover my brows. I didn't block them or glue them down, so I am having some issues with that. I don't know why I didn't go back in and do this sooner. And here I'm taking a silver baked eyeshadow and tapping the sparkly pigment all over the eye mask area. I really enjoy doing looks like this because it lets me use eyeshadows and pigments that I wouldn't normally use in my everyday makeup. Next I'm moving into contouring, and I'm using a dark blue eyeshadow for this. The pan size is really huge and used to have Finn from Adventure Time printed on the pigment. I have since worn through that, but I love how large the pan size is because it's perfect for more eccentric, bright makeup looks like this. Next I'm going over that with the Ombre blush from NYX and blending those colors together to make it a blue to purple gradient. I really love this blush color for bright looks like this because it is super pigmented. And I feel like the star of this makeup look is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow palette. I have been dying to use this palette with this specific look since I got the palette in. I am using purple Horseshoe all over the normal highlight spots, along with pretty much every other part of my face. I wanted this to be a super glowy look, and it is honestly the best palette for the job. Next I'm moving on to liner, and I'm using a thick felt tip liner for the lid, and I use a thinner tip liner for the flick. I am doing a typical wingtip with this look. I like to use the thick felt tip liners on the eyelid rather than a thin one because I feel like they are more forgiving to being dried out by pigments and glitters. And here's where I transition to the thinner felt tip liner. This is a liner pen by Essence, and I'm really enjoying how stiff the felt tip is. It makes it really easy to get a super sharp flick, and like the point is always super sharp. And what would this look be without even more glitter? I'm using a glitter liner from Hard Candy and putting that on my lash line on my upper lashes along with highlighting my inner eye with it. And I'm doing that on both sides. Then I'm going back to that jumbo pencil in Milk and lining my waterline, and moving into mascara, I'm using the colored mascara from NYX in Mint Julip, and I'm putting that just on my bottom lashes. Then I'm using the Miss Manga mascara on the top lashes. Next, I'm going to take a water-activated paint and splatter it on my face to create small stars in the galaxy. And my dog keeps trying to jump in my lap during this entire portion. I don't know why he's here, I don't know what he's doing, and why he thought it was a good idea to jump up right now. Because once he gets on my lap, he pretty much sits there for at least an hour unless I make him get down. Now, I am using an e.l.f. concealer brush for this. You don't have to use that, you can use whatever brush you want. I never really liked it as a concealer brush, so I have dictated it to specifically being a paint splatter brush. And here is more of my dog. I'm not really sure why he wanted to be up here, but I guess it's okay. Next, I'm applying false lashes. I don't know if this is actually the pair I ended up wearing in the video, as I went to apply the second lash for the first set I tried to wear. It decided to stick to itself and just get destroyed. So I cut most of that out in the end. Next, I am taking that same water-activated paint and a small art brush, and I am drawing tiny stars all over my face. I will also use a dot and tap technique to make smoky star clusters on my face, like I'm doing right here. I like to take the star pattern down onto the contour to give it a spacey texture as well. Next, I'm using that same lash adhesive that I used to apply my false lashes, and I'm using it on the back of craft gems to attach them to my face. I really love the look that the craft gems give to this, and they add an extra little bit of sparkle on top of all of the glitter and shiny highlights that I've been using. You can really apply as many gems here as you want. I would have applied more if the gems wouldn't have kept sticking to my fingers. It's a somewhat messy process, and I was having a lot of issues with my fingers getting sticky. As you can see, I have a towel on hand at all times whenever I'm doing makeup to keep my hands clean and not sticky or dirty or covered in pigments during any makeup look that I'm working on. Next, I am using the Liquid Suede lipstick in Suede by NYX Cosmetics and putting that on my lips as you would with a lipstick. Next, I am tapping on that same silver baked eyeshadow all over the lip to give it a metallic sheen. And here is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can like and subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. And if you want to follow me other places, you can follow my social media links down below.